Hey everyone, Rhonda Robson with Rhonda's Tri-RRR-tistry. Thank you so much for joining me on my Fluid Art channel. Today we're going to do a Dutch pour, and specifically we're going to layer the Dutch pour. So I'm going to create a Dutch pour, and I didn't like it quite as well, and then I end up layering even more colors over top of it. You're going to like this, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I do is I want to make sure that my canvas is level in both directions, and we're going to do a 12 by 36 canvas. And let me start by showing you the colors. The first one is lamp black Amsterdam paint. The next one is Amsterdam titanium white to give me a cell activator. And then the next three colors that I'm going to use, Arteza Scarlet, Arteza Crimson, and then Liquidtex Fluorescent Red. Next, Artist Loft Metallic Orange, Artist Loft Metallic Yellow, and Amsterdam Gold. The two greens I'm going to be using are Artist Loft Metallic Green and Artist Loft Phthalo Green. The two blues, even though there's three here, there's only two colors. One is Artist Loft Metallic Blue, and the other one is Arteza Blue, and it's also metallic. I'm going to also have a Phthalo blue as well. The purples, Creations Inspirations, medium pearl royal blue, or royal purple I mean, and then the Deco Art metallic purple. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just get all my sides and a little bit around the top covered with my paintbrush. And then now you can see that I've poured on the black, the lamp black, and I'm just using my spatula to spread it. You can use your hair dryer, whatever it is that you want to use, but I tend to like this spatula. And now I'm going to make a puddle in the area that I'm going to be doing my Dutch pour in. And then from there, I'm going to start layering the colors. And I'm layering these colors with the reds together, the purples together, the blues together, the greens together, the oranges together, but I'm blending it slightly. So what I mean by that is I'll be blending the purple and the blue together, the blue and the green together, the orange and the red together, the red and the purple, and then the orange and the yellow and the yellow and the green. So they're going to end up being blended together through this entire process to make that depth that we really like in Dutch pours. Multiple colors really helps that. So as I'm kind of adding this paint, I'm just going to let you watch me for a little bit so you can kind of see how I'm adding the paint, and then I'll get a little bit more into the details of the Dutch pour here in just a moment. So you can see that I am now putting the black paint right up next to the side of the actual paint colors. This kind of creates an opportunity for you to spread the paint a little bit easier. It really does. It really helps. If you have the paint too thin, then it gets kind of jaggedy when you're working with the Dutch pour. So now I'm putting on the white cell activator that I have, and I'm not creating it or using it as a cell activator. I did want to see how this works out. So now I'm taking the black paint and I'm slightly flooding the color, not completely, because flooding the color means that you take the black over top of the color, but I didn't want to do that in its entirety. So I just kind of get it slightly over the color. And then I find an area, I usually start on the sides, and I just start using my hair dryer and I blow down into the colors and across. Now, if you bring the black into it, you're going to get a little bit of an empty space, right? If you go with just the color, so like if you take your hair dryer through the colors like I just did there, I will get more color. If you take it through the black and then, like I did right there, you get more of an empty space. So it's really the type of texture and the type of Dutch pour that you're looking for to get what it is that you're, the concept and the way you want your painting to look. So now I'm just kind of taking the colors and I am spreading it out a little bit more. There's a little too much negative space in this, although it looks pretty darn good from right here. I am kind of taking it and softening those edges a little bit. I'm going to do that probably too much, which I know I am because I've already finished this painting. I'm going to spread it out a little too much and it's going to sink into the black a little bit. So I'm going to, in a moment, do what I said earlier, and that is to layer the Dutch pour again. So this kind of creates that base Dutch pour, and then I'm going to create another Dutch pour on top of that. So I'm just going to let you watch while I continue to spread out my colors into the negative space. And now I'm taking my brush and just going along the sides to make it so that it is clean, a clean black streak along there. And if you don't get that and you have the drips, that's fine too. I just didn't want the drips on the long sides. I wanted it more on the top, the shorter sides. What am I trying to say? So now I'm beginning to do what most artists should not do, and that is to overblow your painting, and that's what I did. So I'm trying to touch this up here with the purples and the blue. I really like the other areas, but they're beginning to sink down into the black a little bit. So I'll layer that a little bit here in just a minute. I think I said a little bit a couple times. So anyway, I'm just gonna let you watch me recreate this blue and purple area. And I want to make sure that it flows over top of the paint really well. So that's the reason why I'm putting a little bit more black paint there. And you notice I didn't do it on the other side. So we're going to see how this kind of goes. I think it looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to overblow it again. So as an artist, you learn these tricks and you learn these things that you do that you're going, why did I do that? But it's a good thing because I really like the way this ends up turning out. So now I'm going to try to connect the blue and the purple together by using my knife, my palette knife, and I'm going to connect all of them. I think, you know, it kind of is nice. You can use your fingers if you'd like, but in this type of a situation where you got so many different colors, it is nice to connect it with a palette knife or with your fingers, or I'm going to show you here in a little bit how I connect it at the very end as well. Okay, so here is me now connecting the whole thing together, but as I do it, see how I bring the black over top, and my hair dryer isn't doing really well. So I'm trying to connect it all with the hair dryer, and it's fine, but it kind of messes it up. So, and I'm sorry about my reflection in my ring light. It kind of messed everything up. But I'm going to try to refix now where I push some black over top of the colors in the orange and the red and yellow area. And we'll see if it fixes it. And it sort of does. I decided to also go into the green as well. And then you're going to notice, this is so funny of me, I just continue on because I got too much of the black in it. So this is my second layer, and I'm going to do more of these intentionally because I really love how this turned out. So this is more of an accident, you know, one of those like happy accidents that I did this second layer here. But next time I will do this intentionally the next time I do something like this. All right, so now I'm going to go and blow that again a little bit at a time, little bit at a time. And I keep much more of the white in this one. And did you notice how I didn't add the black to help spread it? On the second blowout, that actually helped me keep the colors more. So do you see the two layers? You've got kind of that blue and that green behind there, and then you've got that blue and green that's on top. It's much more vibrant and it's sticking out a little bit more. Same thing with the yellow. It's kind of hard to see the red and the orange because, yeah, my ring light's doing that there. I'm going to show it to you here in just a minute though. I'm also going to recognize that I like that, and yeah, I didn't do that in the purple and the red, and so I'm trying to connect it right now. You can kind of tell I'm trying to connect it, and it's like, yep, nope, that's not connecting. So I'm taking my finger and I'm swiping through it again, connecting all of the areas, but trying not to go through all the white. Did you see how I did that? How I went over but past the white up above that? Okay, we're going to do this again. Because you can't just do one. It's got to be done in twos or threes. It just feels better and looks better, the composition anyway. So now I'm weaving it in and out, but not in the same pattern, a little bit different than what I did before. Okay, so here is this one right here, all finished, varnished, and I really like it. It's actually right behind my art table, and I needed something for this lower area because sometimes when I am videotaping from above, you just see this big space down here, and I used to have some different types of paintings there. But anyway, oh man, look at that. I need to touch that up. That's because that painting there fell, and I needed to touch that up. Anyway, back to this painting, but that's what it looks like, and it's right below another one that is really pretty that I haven't finished yet. That one's just there for right now. I'm going to add more to it, but man, look at that white. Do you see the white popping out on those colors? I really love how that looks with the black. All right, let me know what you think. Bye for now. Bye. Thanks for joining me today. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell. And if you like this video, I bet you're going to like these as well. Thanks a lot and have a great day. Bye. Bye.